Hello there. It is the first day of the final stage of Q School 2025. Let's get you straight to the action, shall we? And show you the very first point registered in the UK Q School today. This is the dart that managed to seal it. Tom Bissell seeing off Jamie Owens 6-4. That was in the second round, the last 64. So by winning at that stage, he picks up a point. He was the first player so to do. Now, Mervyn King, we saw average 102 in round one. He then faced Ryan O'Connor, who averaged more than 103. Magic numbers from Ryan O'Connor, and marked by a member of the band of the same name by the looks of it. This was Graham Hall seeing off Ted Everts. Showed you Ted Everts earlier on, getting his campaign underway. Came through round one, could not get through round two. Beaten 6-1 in that one. Ted Everts muttering the word consistency to himself as he walked away from the board. That is his day done. He has 3 more days to try and get points on the board or win his tour card outright to get back on the PDC Professional Tour. Now, we have got a load of big names in action. We've shown you a couple there, likes of Mervyn King. Another one, a former world champion from the WDF or BDO system, of course, is Scotty Dog Mitchell. Now, we showed you Conan Whitehead and his stepson, Hayden Robbie, in the very first update we did today. Hayden Robbie was the man that Scott Mitchell faced in his opening round, and he had match darts, a load of them as well, 5 for the youngster. He couldn't take any of them. Scott Mitchell came through it. Here's what he had to say afterwards. Scotty Dog Mitchell off and running in the final stage of Q School. Tricky first game? Yeah, it's always going to be a tricky first game. You know, you get through the phase one, and the phase one is a tricky game. It's yeah, 1 or 2 people made me know who I am still. 1 or 2 that are under 25, I've no idea who I am. And yeah, it was like 10 years ago on Saturday that I probably won the one that everybody remembers. And yeah, we're still here playing, so what's not to like? You evidently feel like you've got plenty more to give. Like, you know, what are you coming here hoping to do, Scott? I've got to be honest, I was coming here to make sure I made it through phase one. Phase one was the first thing that I've ever kind of been involved in here. Every time I've been here, other times it's been in phase two. So I've tried to turn that into a positive for me, because I've been playing for a few days, and who wants to play somebody that's been playing for a few days and you're going cold? So yeah, you try to make it a positive. You try to use your experience, and you try to yeah, make sure you keep enjoying it. Do you feel that is a bit of an advantage then? Obviously, nobody wants to go through phase one, but some of the guys who come straight through to phase two, people who've dropped off the tour or whatever, do you think like this opening day or two you can catch them cold because you have been playing competitive stuff these last 3 days? I've become a commentator like your good self, down and varying places. So I know that somebody always comes out of phase one and absolutely romps it, maybe first day, maybe second day. So I don't see it as a disadvantage at all. I think I see it probably more as an advantage for maybe somebody like me that commentated for 18 days in December and didn't have a lot of games. Yeah, I think it was nice to have a few games before hopefully getting to here. And if I hadn't got to here, then no problem. But I still feel at the age of 54, I've got a little bit to give. Less chatting, more throwing, Scotty. Yeah, you've been on the phone to my wife, haven't you? Yeah, whatever. Enjoy it. Top man. Scotty Dog Mitchell there manages to come through his opening game. Let's bring in the Dart Connect system, which will show you what's happening right now. So it's going to come in just there. There you go, tv.dartconnect.com. These are all the games currently going on here at Arena MK. You can see Tom Bissell 5-3 up on Hendo. Big John Henderson. Bissell, the first man to get a point here at the UK version of Q School. Looking to add to that, win that match. It'll go on to 2 points for the day. They're all fighting to get as high as they can on the order of merit at the end of the 4 days if they don't win their tour card outright. But remember, we've only got 1 card to give away on each day. 4 over here and 4 over in Germany. If we scroll down a little bit, you can just see Simon Whitlock. He's just gone out, actually. James Howard Hughes, a 6-3 winner. The Dart Connect system, you can just hit refresh and it will give you a little bit more, and we'll update those games as we go along. Bo Greaves, gone. Josh Payne saw to her hopes. She unable to get past the second round. Same for her brother, actually, Taylor Greaves, who's here competing in the final day of Q School. Let's get rid of that for now. You can still find it, tv.dartconnector.com. We've got the one in the UK. We've also got the one in Germany as well, over in Kalkar. Now, it was more entrants we had over there, so there's a few more tour cards to dish out on the order of merit come the end of play, but it's still just one per day. And we're going to bring this in here now because there are some names you'll recognise here. Andreas Harrison, if you've not seen him in action, the Swede, he is a very, very dangerous player. Thrown some massive averages, things like Modus and the European Tour. Had an incredible event in Belgium where it was only Gary Anderson who stopped him last year. The likes of Max Hopp, a Euro Tour title winner, although he's struggling against Titus Karnik at the moment. But Jimmy Van Schie is the one I want to talk to you about. Now, Van Schie has beaten Darius Labanauskas 6-2 to move into the last 16. He has got a couple of points already. But in round 2, that's the last 64, he was 5-1 down to Levi Frauenfelder, then won 5 legs in a row. It's not dissimilar to what Andy Barton's last year. He was the Lakeside champion, of course, looked like he was going out in the early rounds, turned it around, then won his tour card outright and got himself on the tour. Jimmy Van Schie, one of the red-hot favourites to pick up a tour card. He might just do it today. We'll be back in an hour. As you can see, they're a little ahead of us over in Kalkar. We may get our first tour card winner today from Germany, the EUQ school, before we get one here. But we'll be back in an hour and let you know how it's all unfolding.